Hi, welcome, and
Hi.
thank you for coming to our event today, to the
Thank you.
MPV Peace Forum event. And can you just introduce yourself, tell them your
Hi,
name?
I'm Fred Sullivan from Man Up Campaign. It's a youth-based movement to engage youth, both young women and young men, in stopping violence against women. So we brought 100 youth to the World Cup in South Africa to create their own projects to stop violence against women on the issue that they choose in their own country. So that's what we're encouraging.
Wow, that sounds excellent. What brought you to this particular event, and what did you think, not just of the event in general, but did you learn anything about the work being done in the Muslim community with regard to women?
Well, I attended a roundtable by MVP earlier, and was greatly interested in the work, and so really interested in how do we take the next step. And Annie introduced an app, and I think that's a tremendous idea to directly reach young people through that, and then also to do projects with young people to really engage them. I think to hear this very specific cultural boundary is useful as we kind of create media messages, which is one of the things that Man Up Campaign has done in the Pacific region with the World Bank to create a Are You Man Enough campaign,
Right.
to create new role models for young men, because socialization can happen very quickly if you have a positive role model
Absolutely.
to follow, and you adopt a whole bunch of great values with a role model or a mentor.
Absolutely, and it's great to build these sort of coalitions throughout the world as well. Was there anything in particular that you, or let's say, what's your big takeaway from today's event, from the panelists, from the documentary? What would you say?
Well, I think it's just really great to work on both these axes of, faith, because, you have to reach all youth everywhere, and, faith creates culture. So we have to create more room for gender equality, inclusiveness, and opportunity by working with the faith community, because there are many positives, but there must be, room for that.
Absolutely.
In every religion.
Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome, and thank you for attending our MPV's Imams Rishi Peace Forum event today. First, I'd like to ask you to introduce yourself. What is your name?
My name is Ann Wright. I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, and I'm with Veterans for Peace and Code Pink Women for Peace.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, how did you learn about today's event?
Well, I saw it on the schedule, and having spent a lot of time in the Middle East, particularly in Egypt and in Gaza, and having been on the Gaza Freedom Flotilla 3 different times, the whole issue of progressive voices in the Middle East, and particularly religious progressive voices, was something that interested me very, very much. So watching the film today, the Casablanca Calling, which was remarkable. I mean, that's the first time I've heard of women religious leaders for Islam, and I think it's new. And as in the world, the Parliament of World Religions that I attended 2 weeks ago in Salt Lake City,
Right.
and we talked with Catholic women who are becoming priests, who are priests already. We talked to Mormon women that are challenging the hierarchy of the Mormon religion for the role of women. And so to see this, where the state of Morocco has put an edict out that women must be a part of the religious heritage of the country. I think it's excellent, and I applaud the Muslim Progressive Voices and Values group for what you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you for attending our event today. I hope you enjoyed it. What brought you, actually, first let me ask you your name and if you're representing an organization today.
Sure. My name is Carol Winograd, and I am representing the Women's Leadership Forum of the J Street.
Oh, wonderful. So how did you hear about this event, and what did you think about it?
I heard about the event through the schedule for the yesterday and today.
Okay, great. And what was your kind of takeaway from the panelists and the documentary? What do you think affected you the most?
I came specifically because I wanted to learn more about the progressive Muslim movement And I was very impressed by the documentary and that the courage and the dedication of these women, and also the structure within the country that allows this to happen, and the work that the groups that Imam Farshi are trying to do.
Right. It's wonderful. Is there anything from the work that you've done that you can see maybe can be incorporated into the work that is being done here? Or any similarities or overlaps that you've seen? Sorry if that's too heavy of a question.
No, not too heavy a question.
Okay,
I just want to know how to.
Sorry.
So, within the traditional observant Jewish community, there is a analogous movement of training women leaders to be leaders in the very observant communities. In the less observant Jewish communities, there aren't the religious restrictions that there are in the observant communities, but there's just all the cultural pieces of
Sure.
usual lack of access to leadership
Right,
or
yeah.
self-identification of not being in leadership, those
Right.
kinds of things.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate your attendance and hope that you will continue to be involved with the work we do and we can work together.
Well, I signed up.
That's great.